Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to continue with the new concept of matrices, and that is somehow important in order to find the multiplicative inverse of a square matrix. To find the multiplicative inverse of a square matrix, what can be done by using elementary operation. So today we are going to begin with the elementary operation or elementary transformation of a matrix. Elementary operation or elementary transformation of a matrix. Strictly speaking, there are totally 6 operations which are known as elementary operations, and 3 of them are based on rows and 3 of them are just on columns. 3 due to rows and 3 due to columns. We will begin with, first I will just give you 2 operations each. So, operation on rows and columns, I will give it together. Okay. The very first, it is nothing but the first basic operation or elementary operation. Elementary operations, number 1. It is nothing but the interchange of any 2 rows. So basically, interchanging any 2 rows is one of the operation. Similarly, just you can interchange any 2 columns. So instead of rows, you may have columns also. Interchanging any 2 rows, it is one of the elementary operation. Interchanging any 2 columns will be the other elementary operation. Interchange of any 2 rows or columns. See, symbolically, interchange of ith and jth rows. So, dear friends, just normally rows are denoted with capital R and columns are denoted by capital C's. So, the notation, the symbolical means the notation of interchanging ith and jth rows, it is denoted by Ri bidirectional, means we have to interchange ith row. This indicates ith row, we interchange with jth row. So similarly, you can have other notation like Ci interchange with the Cj. Suppose if you interchange ith column and jth column, interchange of ith and jth column is denoted like this. So let me explain with a simple example. For example, applying, I take R2, R3. Second and third row, let me interchange for a matrix 3, minus 1, 2, 1, 3, 7, 0, 5, minus 1. So, this is a given matrix. I need to apply this operation. Means I need to interchange second row and third row. So, actually, I repeat once again. So, we have this represent first row and it is denoted by R1. This represents second row, I will just denote it by R2. This is the third row denoted by R3. So, similarly, this one like 310 is denoted by C1, minus 135 is denoted by C2, 27 minus 2 it is denoted by C3. So, will you be able to tell me, after applying this particular elementary operation, what do you expect? R2 and R3 must be interchanged, you have to interchange them. So, we get first row no effect, I will write 3 minus 1 2. Second has to be gone to the third row and third has to come back to second row. So, if it is 0, 5 minus 2 and it is 1, 3, 7. This is a new matrix which is obtained by interchanging second and third row that of original matrix. Or similarly, just okay, I can give you another example like apply C1 interchange C2 to the matrix 1, 7, 5, minus 1. Here there are only two columns. This is C1 and this is C2. So, we get, I hope all of you can answer my question, interchange first and second column. We expect here 7 minus 1. It is 1, 5. 7 minus 1, 1, 5. So, it will be interchange. That is the first two operations. This one is a row operation. Here I did column operation. So, just we simply call interchanging any two rows or any two columns, it is the first one. Now, second basic elementary operation is nothing but multiply to each element of a multiplication of the elements of any row, or it is also applicable for columns. Any row or column by a non-zero number which is known as a scalar, some k. Multiply each and every element of any row or column by some constant k. How it can be symbolically represented? The second operation, basic operation, multiplication of or multiply each element of a row or column by non-zero constants, So, denoted by the notation for this or symbolically some ith row. If I multiply each element of ith row by k, so I write here it is k r i. R I represent all elements of ith row, and each element of ith row should be multiplied by k, means I write r I arrow mark k r i. So, let me explain with example. For example, multiplying or just operating, or just I will write apply R2 arrow mark 3 R2 to the matrix like 1, 7, 5, 6. We have first row is 1, 7, second row is 5, 6. I need to apply the second row, multiply each element of second row by 3. Therefore, this gives, we get first row no changes 1, 7. Second row you have to multiply by 3. Therefore, 5 3s are 15, 6 3s are 18. So, applying the row operation, we expect this is a new matrix to be formed. I hope all of you understand what is the second type of operation, basic operation. You can apply it for columns also. Suppose if I just ask you to apply C1, it is half of C1 to the matrix like 7, 5, 3, 4, 0, 2, 6, 1, 3. Here to this matrix, I need to apply like first column. First column means look at this. This is the first column. We need to multiply each element of the first column by 1 by 2. Therefore, we expect, we get first column you multiply by 2 means it is 7 by 2, and then this will be 4 by 2, it is 2, 6 by 2 will be 3, no changes in the remaining columns. Okay, so I hope all of you understood the basic operations, which is the second set of basic operations on rows and columns. Now, third operation is like this: the addition to the elements of any row, or column. the corresponding elements of other row or columns multiplied by any non-zero number. Multiplied by any non-zero number. Just I repeat once again. Third elementary transformation with rows and columns. It is nothing but adding. We need to just, okay, the addition of or addition to the elements, addition to the elements of any row. So, inside the bracket I write column, it is applicable for columns also. Any row or column, the corresponding elements. The corresponding elements of what? The corresponding elements of any other row, not the same row, any other row or any other column. Any other row or any other column multiplied by some constant k. A non-zero constant k has to be multiplied to all the entries of the other row and then added to the elements of a taken row. So, just denoted by the notation for this kind of operation. I take ith row, Ri, means each element of ith row has to be added with the k multiple of Rj. Obviously, here I should not be equal to j. That ith row and which other row is taken, they must be different. They should not be same. We simply, okay, have this notation represent each element of ith row is added with what? K multiples of corresponding elements of jth row. Or we have another notation like Ci for columns. Ci arrow mark, Ci plus k multiple of Cj. I think that will be very clear if I explain, if I take one example like, applying R2 plus 3R1 to the matrix. I will take a matrix like this: 1, 3, 7, 2, 1, minus 1, 1, 2, 1. I choose any matrix. What should be the operation here? Second row, just highlight the second row. It is 2, 1, minus 1. Now look at this. We have to operate with the first row. First row has elements 1, 3, 7. I need to make the changes in which row? Second row is operated now. Therefore, just what do you expect? We get first row no changes. I will write first row as it is. Second row is changed here. All entries of second row added with the 3 multiples of corresponding elements of first row. First row has elements 1, 3, 7. You first multiply each element by 3 and add it to the corresponding element of what? Second row. What is 2 plus 3 times 1? It is 2 plus 3 is 5. Now here 3, sorry, just not 1, second element here 1 plus 3 times 3, it is 9. 9 plus 1, it is 10. And here minus 1 plus 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is how much? 21. What is 21 minus 1? It is 20. No changes in third row. Like this. So this will be the resultant matrix after applying this row operation. I hope all of you got the clear idea about what are the 6 elementary operations. 3 of them are based on rows and 3 of them are based on columns. So now, dear students, we are going to continue with the very important concept which is also used in a determinants topic. That is nothing but inverse of a square matrix, multiplicative inverse of a square matrix or invertible matrices. What do you mean by the matrices are invertible? Actually, matrices are said to be invertible if the inverse of the matrix exists. First, let me explain about inverse of a square matrix. Let me explain about what is the meaning of inverse of a square matrix. So, let me begin with the example, what you call definition for invertible matrices. So, what do you mean by the matrix is invertible? If A is a square matrix, given square matrix, if A is a square matrix of order m, I take, order m means, you know, it should be m cross m, and if there exists another matrix, let me take here other matrix, I call it as B. If there exists another matrix B of a same order, such that it should satisfy a particular condition, such that A into B is same as B into A, and that must be equal to I. Do you remember the meaning of this one? What do you mean by I? I is a identity matrix. If A into B is equal to B into A, that is equal to I. Then B is called multiplicative inverse, or we simply call this inverse. Okay, B is called inverse of A, and vice versa. Vice versa means when B is the inverse of A, we must have A is the inverse of B. And inverse of a matrix A is denoted with this notation. Please should not have a confusion here. It is not A to the power minus 1. This is the notation. It is A inverse. It is not A to the power minus 1. You should not write here this one as 1 by A. That is meaningless. You can't have an expression like 1 divided by any matrix. That is meaningless. It is simply notation A inverse. A inverse is a matrix, and it satisfies the condition like A into A inverse. It should be equal to A inverse into A, and it must be equal to identity. We have A into A inverse multiplying the two matrices in any order. It is A inverse into A, and that should be equal to I. Okay, to be familiar with, I will give few examples. I give you few examples related to what finding the inverse of a square matrix. Let me take a simple example like, let me take A is a matrix. So, I take here 2, 7, 1, 3. If I take here 2, 7, 1, 3, it's a matrix. What would be B? What would be the other matrix? I'm just sure that you cannot, all of a sudden you cannot tell what is the other matrix, but okay, I'll give you. The other matrix B which satisfy this condition will be, it is minus 3, it is minus 7 I take. It is 1 minus 2. Minus 3, 7, 1 minus 2. Just we shall check whether it satisfies the condition or not. What is A into B? It is 2, 7, 1, 3 multiplied with the minus 3, 7, 1 minus 2. We are supposed to multiply rows of first matrix with the columns of second matrix. What do you expect here? What is 2 into minus 3? It is minus 6. What is 7 ones are? It is 7. What is 2 into 7? It is 14. What is 7 into minus 2? It is minus 14. What is 1 into minus 3? It is minus 3. What is 3 into 1? It is 3. What is 1 into 7? It's 7. What is 3 into minus 2? It's minus 6. Now just do you observe, you get identity matrix? Yes. Therefore, just what is your conclusion? For a matrix given 2, 7, 1, 3, minus 3, 7, 1, minus 2 would be its inverse. Okay, just are you going to connect the elements like this? Just observe the elements of B and A, how they are connected. Are you thinking of that? So I will give you another example like. You just decide what would be its inverse. Suppose if I take a matrix like, if I take a matrix 4, 3, 2, 2. So what is your conclusion? What do you think of the other matrix B? Can you please tell what would be B? Any answer? What would be B? You may just connect like this and you may have something in mind, but you are wrong in that case. It is absolutely wrong. And we expect the answer for this particular question, it is 1 minus 3 by 2 and this is minus 1, 2. 1 minus 3 by 2 minus 1, 2. So that will be the answer. Okay, just you can check whether it satisfies or not. I don't want to write separate again. Just multiply rows with columns. What is 4 into 1? It is 4. What is 3 into minus 1? Minus 3. What is 4 minus 3? It is 1. Then what is this into this? It is minus 6. What is this into this? It is plus 6. What is minus 6 plus 6? 0. And what is this into this one? It is 2 minus 2, 0. And then what will be this into this is minus 3. What is 2 2s are 4. What is 4 minus 3? 1. The product of these two matrices will be identity matrix. That's why it is the inverse of this one. Okay, if you have interest, you will learn in future how one can easily find the inverse of 2 cross 2. You need to develop interest in such concepts like finding the inverse of 2 cross 2 within few seconds. That is possible. So we will not simply waste time on discussing about this one. But we shall continue with the few theorems based on inverse of a square matrix. We shall continue with the few theorems. Theorem 3. Theorem 3, which shows the uniqueness of inverse of a matrix. Which shows the uniqueness of inverse of a matrix. So what is that theorem? The theorem is inverse of a square matrix, if exist, is unique. Inverse of a square matrix, if exist, it is unique. As if telling, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಅಂತ. The inverse of a square matrix, if exist, then unique. Okay, there is controversial. What example I gave little earlier, it is controversial. Just I will explain how we can prove that particular theorem. The textbook, it is a theorem 3. So what is that theorem? I told inverse of a matrix. Inverse of a matrix, if exist, is unique. If exist, is unique. Not weak, unique. What do you mean by unique? Uniqueness means what? There exists only one. For a given square matrix, if it is invertible, when the inverse of a matrix exists, that matrix is said to be invertible. Suppose if the matrix has inverse, it cannot have two different inverses. A matrix must have only one inverse. But how to prove in general? So let me explain with the proof. So let me take is a square matrix, capital A, maybe M cross M matrix Aij of order what? M cross M. Let A be a square matrix of order M is invertible. Invertible means what? The inverse exists if it is possible to have inverses. I assume like this. I just go what you call contradictory way. Contradictory means I don't agree with what has been given, it's true. So in first PU we had one topic that is mathematical reasoning, where certain this one concepts can be proved by contradiction, the method of contradiction. I go that way. I assume a given matrix which is invertible has two inverses. Therefore, just I assume like this: if B and C, if B and C are the inverses, multiplicative inverses of A. If B and C are the inverses of A. Actually, in order to prove that inverse is unique, what has to be proved here? We need to prove that both B and C are equal. You can't have two distinct inverses. If we assume there are two inverses, we have to prove that both inverses are equal, means B equal to C. We show that B is equal to C. I will explain how we can prove that B is equal to C. How to prove that B is equal to C. That's important. Now just I will begin. Since B is inverse of A. As we have already discussed in the definition, what do you mean by B is the inverse of A? B is the inverse of A implies A into B should be same as B into A, and it should be equal to what? Identity. I. Let me take this as equation 1. Now just okay, since, what about C? C also is inverse. Since C is the inverse of A, what this implies? A into C, AC, that is same as CA, C into A, and should be equal to I. I call this as, since C is the inverse of A. Okay, now just what you have to do, I'll begin with, so I'll begin like this. Thus, B is equal to, all of you know that a matrix B can be written as B into identity matrix. No doubt about this. B into I is equal to B. Now we expect here this I to be replaced from this one. I'll replace this I by AC. I'll write B into AC. Are you clear? Now just do you feel that this expression is supporting associativity of a matrix multiplication? B into AC will be same as BA into C. Can you please tell me what is the reason? What is the reason for this? The reason for this, it is by associative law. Matrix multiplication is associative. Therefore, we have B into AC, it is equal to BA into C. Now just apply what? What is BA? Apply what? BA is nothing but I, correct no? Into C. IC. What is IC? I into C will be identity into C, that is equal to C. What I begin with? I begin with B. I got equal to what? C. So therefore, this totally indicates B is equal to C. And we are supposed to prove that same thing. B is equal to C. What do you mean by B equal to C? The inverse of a square matrix is unique. If the inverse exists, the inverse of a square matrix is unique. Are you clear? Okay, so then we'll continue with one more theorem which is there in the NCERT book, that is theorem 4. Theorem 4 is as follows. If there are two matrices which are invertible, A and B, if A and B are invertible matrices, then we always have A into B its inverse, it is B inverse into A inverse. For any two invertible matrices, any two invertible matrices, we have a standard result. We already had similar result like A, B dash. What is A, B dash? It is B dash into A dash. Similarly, we expect for A and B two invertible square matrices of same order, square matrices of a same order. We always expect A into B its inverse. Inverse of AP will be always B inverse into A inverse. It need not be A inverse into B inverse, but this is always true. AB inverse, that is equal to what? B inverse into A inverse. This also likely to be asked for 3 marks in examination. How we can prove this? So let me give the proof. So I'll do one thing. Let me just begin with, in order to prove that what AB inverse, it is B inverse into A inverse. You just use a standard result, that is nothing but from AB, I call this X, okay. Let me assume that this is X. X into its inverse. X into its inverse. X into X inverse. Can you tell me what is the result? What is X matrix? Matrix X into its inverse? It is identity. It's identity. So matrix into its inverse is always identity. So after this, what I do, let me just pre-multiply this expression by A inverse. I'll write here A inverse AB into AB inverse is equal to A inverse into I. I hope you understand. See, suppose if we have two matrices like X is equal to Y, and you can write here AX, it is same as AY, no problem. I can pre-multiply the same equation by any of the matrix. I can multiply this one by any of the matrix. Say A. But similarly here I have multiplied by what? A inverse. So this is by pre-multiplying I'll tell. Pre-multiplying by what? Pre-multiplying both sides by A. A inverse. Pre-multiplying both sides by what? A inverse. We'll just look at this. Look at this. Now with this supportive to the matrix multiplication associative axiom, this can be written as A inverse into A into B. So X into YZ, it is XY into Z. Matrix multiplication is associative. Are you clear? Therefore I can write A inverse into A into B, this into AB inverse. That is equal to, what is A inverse into AI? A inverse into identity, it is A matrix A inverse. This is by, I can write this is by associative now. This is by associative axiom. Now just can you please tell me what is A inverse into A? What is the inverse into a matrix? It is identity matrix. I'll write identity matrix. Identity matrix into B, identity matrix into B into AB inverse will be equal to A inverse. This is by inverse axiom actually. So I may write the reason like this is by inverse axiom. Inverse axiom is nothing but A inverse into A is equal to I. Now just to apply identity axiom, what is identity into B? It is B. Therefore I can write B into AB inverse, AB inverse, and that will be equal to what? A inverse. Are you clear? Now after that, once again I pre-multiply by B inverse. So I'll write here B inverse into B, B inverse into B, AB. AB inverse. And that will be equal to, I need to pre-multiply, means first I'll write B inverse into A inverse. So this is by what? What is the reasoning? Pre-multiply, correct no? Pre-multiply by what? Or both sides, pre-multiply both sides by B inverse. Now please tell me, so what do you expect here? What is B inverse into B? B inverse into B is identity. Identity into AB inverse will be equal to B inverse into A inverse. Now do you understand what is identity into any matrix? Identity into any matrix is the same matrix. Therefore I may write here, and let me continue here. We have identity into this one, it is AB inverse. And what is the right hand side? That is equal to B inverse into A. So this is the theorem. This is the theorem, and the proof of the theorem also I gave. We shall continue with one example which has been asked in examination. The example is as follows. Okay, we will continue with one or two simple examples based on matrix multiplication or just finding the values of unknown. So we already have, okay, just whenever you are asked to prove that two matrices given, A and B, anything given. So A and B, if they are given any two matrices, and if you are asked to verify that AB inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse, what you may do, just you can apply the same theorem, the definition or the proof of the same theorem which was given in the previous case, that has to be explained. That is enough. Okay, so we'll continue with one or two simple examples. Number one, suppose if we have any diagonal matrix I take. So I take 3 cross 3 diagonal matrix, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 1. We have already done in the case of 2 cross 2 earlier. That is why I take a 3 cross 3. And let me take another diagonal matrix. It is minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 7. Let me take any two matrices. So in this matrices, show that AB is equal to BA. Show that the product of two matrices AB is equal to BA. Actually, normally what we are aware of, that matrix multiplication is non-commutative. Generally, we do not expect AB to be equal to BA, but here it is true. That has to be proved. How it can be proved? I will just begin with, AB, A into B. First let me write A, it is 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 1. Into B, so what is B here? Minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 7. And you know how to multiply two matrices. Rows of first matrix are to be multiplied with the columns of second matrix. And as a result, what do you expect? This into this one means 2 into minus 1 only, it is minus 2. Next, okay, what is this into this one? Just observe here, 2 into 0, 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0, that would be 0. What do you expect here? This into this one, it is 0 plus 0 plus 0, so that is 0. Next, okay, what is second row with the first column? It is 0 plus 0 plus 0, it is 0. What is second row with the second column? It is 0 plus 3 plus 0, it is 3. Second row with the third column, it is 0. Third row with the first column, it is 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. So what is this into this one? So just observe here, 0 plus 0 plus 0, it is 0. Last one, this into this one, it is 0 plus 0 minus 7, minus 7. And what do you expect here? B into A, BA. First let me write B. It is minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 7, 0, 0, 1, 0. Third one is 0, 0, 7. Into A. So what is A? It is 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 1. So as usual, multiply rows of first matrix with the columns of second matrix. So what do you expect here? It is minus 1 into 2, it is minus 2. Then what is this into this one? It is 0 plus 0 plus 0, is 0. What is this into this one? 0. What is this into this one? It is 0. What is second row with the second column? It is 0 plus 3 plus 0. What is second row with the third column? 0. Just to check. Third row with the first column? 0. Third row with the second column? 0. Now just check. What is third row with the third column? It is minus 7. I take this as equation 1. I take this as equation 2. Now look at equation 1. Look at equation 2. What is your conclusion here? By 1 and 2. By 1 and 2, you have AB is equal to what? BA. So with this, we are going to complete today's session. So just will I hope that notes which is given you will copy down properly, and even some few examples or exercise problems which are there, please try to do it yourself so that you can be thorough with the topic like matrices. So we'll meet in the next session. Till then, just take care. Bye bye. We'll see you in the next session.